Well everyone, it is that time of year again. Amazon Prime Day is here, and in this video we're going to be talking about all the best Apple accessories that go alongside all that beautiful Apple hardware that you might have picked up, like the brand new iPhone Air, the iPhone 17 Pro, some MacBook Airs, iPads, and everything in between. So without further ado, these are the best accessories and Prime Day deals that you're going to be able to find during Amazon Prime Day. Let's get into it. But now before we continue, if you enjoy videos like this where we keep you up to date on all the best Apple accessories and deals during some of these Prime Day events, definitely continue subscribing to the channel or get subscribed to get more information. But now let's talk about the first piece, which is going to be power. So now there are 4 different types of power and charging accessories that I like to recommend when it comes to charging the big 3. So the first one is going to be some sort of desk charger, and I've recommended this one before in the past, which is going to be ESR's Cryo Boost 3-in-1 Qi 2 charger. I know that it's a mouthful, but it's exactly what it sounds like. They do have 2 versions. They have their Qi 2 version and their Qi 2.2 version, and the price difference is almost too drastic to justify the higher price point, but let me explain to you exactly what it is. So of course it is a 3-in-1 charger, so it charges your iPhone, your Apple Watch, as well as your AirPods all wirelessly and at fast charging speeds. The Qi 2 version does charge your iPhone at 15 watts on the MagSafe charger. This one does have Cryo Boost as well, so it does have an active cooling fan that does give you a nice little blue hue and blue outline when you are charging your device to keep it cool and to sustain that charging speed. Now this one I believe is anywhere from $40 to $50, and on Prime Day it's going to be even cheaper. And that Apple Watch charger is removable if you want to bring it on the go or attach it to something else. So again, your 3-in-1 charger to be able to charge at 15 watts is great. And then you have the Qi 2.2 version, which does give you 25 watts of charging speed. This is going to be the new standard that's around that is supported by the new iPhones. So if you want to get the fastest charging speeds at 25 watts, that is the way to go with their newer version, but that's the only difference. And then the only other difference is I do believe you get a 45 watt charging brick in the box versus a 30 watt charging brick in the other one. But again, they'll both be linked down below depending on how fast you want to charge them and how much you value the price difference as well. Then I like to have some sort of portable charger or something that can act kind of like a desk charger as well when I need it, or a hotel charger or a nightstand charger. And that's going to be Kuxiu X40 Turbo. Now again, this is going to be a Qi 2.2 wireless charger that charges the big 3 as well. But this one folds up, it extends all the way out, it's very portable, it brings a nice little carrying case as you can see here, it brings a charging brick as well as a braided cable, and it supports everything that you would want to out of a Qi 2.2 charger, including that 25 watt charging speeds. We've tested the wattage and the outage that it gives us. It goes up to that 25 watts. It does charge your phones at the fastest speeds possible, and for those curious to know which iPhones support Qi 2.2, as long as you're on iOS 26, the iPhone 16 lineup and newer supports Qi 2.2, whereas the older ones will support just Qi 2, so do take that into consideration. But the X40 Turbo, for the price, is one of my favorite absolute chargers, and it's so versatile with how you can use it in which ways. It's a stand, it's a nighttime charger, it's a travel charger, it's a pocket charger. It does everything you would ever need it to. And then if you need some more on-the-go power, especially something that needs to power up not only your iPhone, but something like a MacBook Pro or maybe your iPad Pro, EcoFlow's 27,000 mAh Rapid Pro power bank is one of my absolute favorites, and it's one that I've been using for a while now and something that I've been really growing accustomed to and really enjoying because, again, it's as big as it can get in terms of being able to be TSA approved, so it does allow you to bring it on flights with you. It does have a nice built-in USB-C cable that charges that to 140 watts of fast charging, so it does support that 16-inch MacBook Pro, and you can pull it out and reel it back in, so it does have this kind of nice little tuck-away situation, which allows you to really do whatever you need to and extend it as far as you need to. But then you also have 3 USB-C ports on the top, which support 140 watts, 65 watts, and 65 watts respectively, and you have a beautiful little LED panel on the front to let you know how fast everything is charging, how quickly and how long your charging is going to last moving forward, depending on what you are charging. So that is my solution for something that delivers a little bit more oomph to charge multiple devices. And then lastly, in terms of power banks, of course, we now have the new iPhones, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max battery life has been outstanding so far, but you do have things like the iPhone Air, which the battery life is good enough for most people. But if you need some extra juice and you don't want to spend the $100 to get the MagSafe battery bank that Apple made, Kuxiu makes their solid state S2 charger, which does give you 5,000 milliamps, charges at Qi 2 speeds, and doesn't really get warm to the touch, and it will give you a full charge and then some depending on which device you're using, and it auto connects, which is great to see, and you can charge 20 watts if you wire in. So that is my recommendation for a MagSafe battery bank. Now the next one that I think is an absolute steal, especially right now, is going to be Sotsu's Slim 12.5-inch external display. Now again, this isn't going to be a huge display and super large display, and the name of the game here is going to be ultra portability and ultra thinness. This thing is only 4.6 millimeters in thickness. It connects via USB-C to any device that gives you a video out, so think all your MacBook Airs, the MacBook Pros, the iPad Pros that support extended monitor support, especially with the new windowing mode, and it's just insane how ultra portable this is. If you pair this up with your iPad Pro or pair this up with a MacBook Air, you have a beautiful power station and workstation on the go. It does bring a nice little folding kind of case to allow you to prop it up, and the beauty about this is that it's only $99 on Amazon, which is absolutely unheard of. Now this is an HD panel, so this is not a 4K panel, but it looks so premium and it's so well built. It's as if something that Apple would have created on the go. So again, the 12.5-inch display, if you just need a little extra screen real estate and you want something that's super simple, that's plug and play, that doesn't need an external power source outside of whatever power is being drawn from the MacBook or the iPad, this is an amazing device and an amazing value at $99. So now let's talk about some other, especially iPhone accessories, which I've been loving, and I mentioned this one before, and this is going to be the MOFT tripod stand and wallet. This one is so versatile, it does so many things in such a small form factor. So first and foremost, it's in the name, right? It's a tripod stand. So you attach it to the back of your iPhone, it unfolds completely, and it gives you an extra 8 inches of elevation for your iPhone, so you can prop it up and take a selfie picture. You can kind of treat it almost like a vlog stick if you want to as well, because it does extend just that much more than you need to. But then also it's a stand to be able to view content. You can view it in TV mode, portrait mode, landscape mode, and there's also a little slot in there to fit up to 2 different cards. Now again, this isn't going to fully replace a whole wallet because it doesn't give you that much space for that many cards, but if you want to bring 1 credit card and 1 ID, and that's all you need, this is more than enough to handle so many different things, and that is going to be the MOFT tripod stand. And then if you need an actual wallet, PunCube does make a wallet, which I absolutely love, and it does have a nice little MagSafe accessory to attach it to the back of your iPhone, and it's very simple, very self-explanatory. It fits up to, I believe, 8 different cards, probably 6 cards if they're all those metal cards, and you just open it up. You kind of just open it up and it just fans out all your cards and makes it very easy to grab all of your cards in a pickle or whenever you do need to use them. So PunCube's wallet, super well made. It's on sale right now. Definitely jump on it while you can, and everything will be linked down in the order that I mention it for you guys to check out. And then to go back to the iPhone 17 Pro, especially because of the new camera array, if you are somebody that's into iPhone photography, ShiftCam does make this awesome kind of handheld holder that transforms your iPhone into some sort of camera. It does have a nice little shutter button on here, it does connect via MagSafe, it does connect via Bluetooth as well, and it also adds in a 3000 milliamp hour battery to not only keep your phone charged, but also keep this thing charged up. And it just gives you a nice little grip on here, so it induces a little bit more confidence when you are on the go and you are using your iPhone in that landscape mode and you're using it for a little bit more of a professional use. They also have a whole different kind of lens kit, which I've used before, which I absolutely love, which I used to use before using this main camera, and I use that as my main A-roll camera with their zoom lenses and their 50mm lenses and things like that. So they have a whole ecosystem, but this one is the one that I absolutely love, that I recommend most of the time. And then there are a couple cables that I do want to recommend as well as a cable wrangler, which is something I didn't know I wanted until I had it on my nightstand, and now I can't live without it. So the first one's going to be Nomad's universal cable. Now this cable is as well built as you can possibly make a cable. It's made out of Kevlar. And the beauty about this is that it of course supports up to 100 watts of fast charging, but on one end you actually have an Apple Watch charging puck, which is first of its kind, and then you have the USB-C cable here, and then of course you have the other USB-C cable on the other end, which is great to see. So that charges all your devices, and it's a 2-in-1 because you can plug it into a charging brick, charge your iPhone or your MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, as well as charge your Apple Watch. And then I also like to recommend Statik's magnetic cable. So this one is for those people that don't like to kind of wrangle up their cables and don't need to kind of roll them up. This one has magnets attached that you just align to each other that just magnetically attaches and doesn't tangle up your cables. This supports not only fast charging, but also supports data transfer speeds of up to 480 megabits. Now, of course, this isn't going to transfer huge things very quickly, but in a pinch, if you do need to transfer some data, at least you know that it does support that. And then Smartish makes a cable wrangler. Now, if you've never heard about a cable wrangler, it's basically a paperweight with a magnet on the top of it that then also has a little clasp that you put to one end of a cable. So if you do have a plug-in cable kind of situation on your nightstand and you're always kind of looking for it and reaching over to find it on the floor, that kind of fixes that and alleviates that situation where you just magnetically attach it to the wrangler, it stays in place whenever you need it. So when you do grab it, you're not looking for it and fumbling around on the floor to try to find it. It's always going to be on your nightstand. And I find this very useful as somebody who uses an iPad mini as a baby monitor on their nightstand that continuously has it plugged in and always on. And then two more final miscellaneous things, more so on the cleaning and hygienic side, is going to be a cleaning kit by Whoosh. Whoosh has been around for years. I think it's like synonymous with the iPhone in terms of being able to keep it clean. It's just a spray and microfiber cloth solution that's been around forever, that's packaged very, very well, and it's very self-explanatory and easy to use. And then finally, I definitely recommend getting some sort of AirPods cleaning case or cleaning kit. What this allows you to do is pick away at all the earwax and all those kind of nasty, gunky things that come out of there after weeks and months and years of use, especially if you take your AirPods while running and if you different environments. You know, the dirt starts to kind of build up over time. So getting yourself a nice cleaning kit with all the necessary tools you need, like the one I have here by Keybuds, is an amazing thing to have, and it makes it so easy to keep clean and make sure that your AirPods are kind of performing at its best at all times. But those are all the best deals and my recommendations on this Prime Day. Again, jump on them while you can because I'm sure that's limited based on quantities and how much you can get. If you have not watched my overall Apple best deals, from Apple in terms of their Apple hardware like MacBooks, iPads, AirPods, and things like that, definitely recommend watching that next if you haven't yet. But if you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. If you want to watch more videos like this one, definitely check out one of these videos right here. And if you made it this far to the end of the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, we did have our baby and everything went amazing. I just wanted to share some of these Amazon Prime deals that I really wanted to get out to you guys, but we'll be back with our regular scheduled programming in about a week or so. But peace, everyone.